What is up everyone, Mitch back here, and welcome back to another review video here on the Aviator channel. Today we're taking a look at the beautiful Carenado Pilatus PC-12 for FSX and Prepare 3D. Now it's been a while since I've done a full-on review for an outdated product. Now, I shouldn't say the Pilatus is an outdated product, but it came out quite a while ago, and it actually came out when my original computer I was making review videos on decided to go defunct. So I haven't really taken the time down to sit and do a proper analysis on this aircraft. So this is what we're going to do today and talk about it. So I've flown this airplane quite a lot, and when I mean quite a lot, probably around 50 to 60 hours over the last 3 or 4 months. It's a really fun airplane to fly. It provides just something that some airplanes and flight sims just can't provide, like going into short fields, going into mountainous terrain. It's so much more than what your 737 or your 777 could do. So Flight 1 released a PC-12 quite a few years back, and we were looking for a new one. A lot of people were looking for a new one, and Carenado really delivered on this product. Now there was some people that complained about it, but personally I really enjoyed the product, and the reason why is I'll tell you right now. The product is just that extra bit more than what Carenado usually did in the past. They took the time to really sit there and put a lot of effort into this airplane. The perfect example I want to use is the ground proximity warning system. When you hit 500 feet, it's a nice clear crystal sound for 500 feet, and then when you hit minimums, you get a perfect audio clip of a minimum sound. You're not getting this half-fast audio that isn't really good. This stuff is really top of the line audio, and I really like it. So that's just one positive feature for the PC-12. But let's go over some of the stuff that Carenado included that you may not see, that's kind of there on a day-to-day basis, but you know it's there. So when Carenado built the airplane, they wanted to make sure it was compatible for 2 flight simulators, FSX and P3D. Even though P3D was kind of getting introduced, it became compatible for P3D version 2. Another interesting little thing is if you were to put the PC-12 into a stall, you get like a stall push effect. So if you put the airplane in a stall, the stick shaker will start to shake and it will push the aircraft down. It will it's called a pusher for a reason, so it pushes the aircraft nose down to recover from the stall. Alarm and warning sounds, the takeoff and taxi halo lights are so cool. That effect is just absolutely incredible. Dynamic environment gauge reflections, by far some of the best gauge reflections you will ever see in Prepare 3D. Maybe not so much in FSX, but Prepare, it's just nailed right on the head, and I just absolutely love it. And now the one side for us Prepare users like myself is that there's the Carenado GNS 530 that comes with the airplane, but there's also the Reality XP integration for you FSX lovers out there. So if you're someone that's on Prepare like me, we kind of lack on a little aspect of one feature there, but hey, I can totally get by that. I can totally get by that. And then the option that everyone really likes is the cold and dark startup option. I know I personally like that, being able to take an airplane from a nice battery off state to a nice engine start state, and just being able to taxi, take off. It's just so cool to be able to do that. Now some of the stuff that everyone really likes to know, the goodies, the stuff that the visual quality stuff. So it's got an EFIS, an EADI, and an EHSI. They're all installed in there. It's, like I said before, it has the GNS 530. It's also got the Reality XP integration if you're an FSX user. The Autopilot, fantastic Autopilot. I really have to cover that in another video. Absolutely adore the Autopilot in it. HD quality textures, so 4096 by 4096, which is maxed out at P3D's limit. And separated lighting for the cockpit flood, the pilot, the instrument, and the panel lights. It's just so cool being able to just have separate lighting in the cockpit without having to sit there and flick one switch for everything. Volumetric side view prop effect, dynamic propeller shines. Those are kind of some of the key things they've included lately. And then original 3D high quality digital stereo sounds. So cool being able to turn your head around in the flight deck and having one side of the engine go to the other side in your headset. It's just so invigorating just being able to have that incredible sound in your ear. And then being able to customize the panel with like the transparency of gauges, and the reflections, all that type of stuff. And like you gotta understand, like they've been really nailing it on the head when it comes to the recent products, including like wheel chocks and engine covers, stuff like that. So it's really good lately, and I really enjoy them including that in. And the landing you'll see in the video here isn't the best landing I've ever done in the PC-12. I was trying it at Orbix San Carlos, and I was just sitting there saying, how slow can I get this thing on kind of a slant final here? And you'll kind of see it starts getting a little sluggish, but it just really demonstrates the aircraft's short takeoff and landing capabilities. So when they really sit there and say real behavior compared to the real airplane, personally, I haven't flown it in real life, but I've shown it to a few people that sat there and said, I've flown the PC-12 before, and this airplane is totally so cool, and it's totally worth it. Now, moving on. What comes in the package? Everyone wants to know what comes in the package, right? I'm pretty sure I would too. So, you get 6 HD liveries. You'll see them some point in the video here. 1 blank livery to do your fantastic PC-12 repaints on. Comes with several PDFs ranging from emergency checklists to normal checklists, as well as performance tables. And just to teach you some of the few things that the airplane includes. 500. But it comes at a cost, of course. And that cost is you have to have specific requirements to be able to run this thing, or it may not run oh so well on your machine. And I can vouch for this because I used to run it before on my not so good machine. But if you're someone that has a nice operating machine that can just handle FSX and prepare, you should be able to handle this airplane. And those requirements are: you need to have Windows XP with Service Pack 3 installed, or Vista, or 7, or myself, Windows 10. So that's just, even though it says requirements on their website, I run Windows 10, so just to vouch for you guys out there that are on 10. You need to have FSX with Service Pack 1 or 2, or the Acceleration Pack. Lockheed Martin Prepared 3D version 1.4 or version 2. You need to have at least minimum 2 gigs of RAM, 4 recommended. So if you're someone that's on a lower end system, you should be good. 512 megabyte graphics card and 750 megabytes of available hard drive disk space. So all in all, that product comes in wrapped together at an alright price, I'd say. $39.95 US. And for a Canadian like me, that's around the $45 mark at this point. So you're getting a pretty good bang for your buck, but you're getting a lot of features included into it. And I find the airplane really enjoyable to fly. So I really think that you guys would enjoy flying it as well if you're someone really looking for a good PC-12. Now, to say the least, the product, a really good airplane. I've never had a problem with this airplane. Never crashed my sim. Never caused an issue. The only problem I've really had is when it comes to clicking some buttons on the overhead. They may take a few seconds to react. And when I say a few seconds, maybe 1 or 2 seconds. And you sit there and go, oh, okay, it's reacting now. But that's about it. So I think that's going to wrap up this little review video today. So I hope you guys go check it out. Go to www.carenado.com and go support them directly on their website. If you're somebody that likes using a third-party website like SimMarket or JustFlight, whatever it may be, go check them out. They're most likely selling the PC-12 there as well. But I really recommend you go support the developer themselves directly. And it shows them that you really care for their product. And if you really enjoyed this review video, make sure you leave a like and click that subscribe button as well. It shows me that you want to see more of some of this stuff. I really like making this stuff, so please let me know. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, blue skies, white clouds, my name's Mitch, and I'll see you guys later.